be.
Okay, I don't need to be here.
Okay, well thank you very much, David, for kind of sharing that with me, and I think there's a few things for us to unpick there, but what really stood out for me was you're saying, I don't need to be here. That's kind of something that you've said a few times, that I don't need to be here. So can you tell me a little bit more about that?
I mean, I've got no offence on my record. I'm a good guy. Like, I don't do this sort of thing. I don't get into fights. Like, this isn't the place that I should be. I don't like being here. I don't like telling people that I should be here, that I come here. Like, it's something. It's shameful.
Okay, shameful. That's interesting. And I think what's really important to pick up on here is kind of how that's making you feel, and about remembering that, you know, when we're working with you, we're working with everything about you, all of your behaviour and all of those parts of your identity. And I know from things you've told me previously that being a good dad is really important to you, and working really hard is really important to you, and being a good partner is really important to you. And these are all the aspects of your personality and your identity that we're going to kind of be looking at and be exploring, and these are all the really positive sides of you that kind of have helped you to go all these years without getting into trouble. And I absolutely wanted to recognise that, and to recognise that, you know, I'm aware that this is your first conviction, and I think that, you know, it's important that we acknowledge that, and that I'm aware of that, and that's not kind of how I see you, but that also that is one aspect of your behaviour that I do need to, because of the nature of my job, I do need to explore with you, and I do need to spend some time talking about with you to make sure that that's not something that happens again, whilst also acknowledging all of the other kind of really positive attributes of your behaviour as well. I don't know if that goes anywhere to reassure you, but I can sort of say this to you now, is that I can sort of make the commitment that we're not going to be spending every session when you come onto probation talking about your offence. That's not something that we're going to be looking at every single week. And we can kind of, at the end of this session, we can spend some time sort of setting an agreement about what we will be looking at next week as well.
I'm not going to respond beyond that.